Guys, welcome to the last episode of Recline and Unwind Season 1. Now, it's listed as Recline and Unwind, I guess, Season 2 on Spotify because Young and Brainless, but this is the official end of Season 1 of Recline and Unwind. And this is a simple episode. Um, Honestly, I had a great time doing this. The guests were awesome. Your questions in the Q&A were fun. The solo episode was fun. And this is really just a thank you episode for tuning in to the reboot of the podcast. It was not I didn't expect it to keep going, honestly. Like I had kind of given up back in 2021, and then when it got hacked into, I was kind of losing hope that I would get it back, but I got it back, and I really owe it to everyone who tuned in because you guys kept me going, whether it was a couple of streams on Spotify, excuse me, or on Apple Music or whatever it was. You guys were sharing it around, and I appreciate it, guys. It really means a lot that you guys started sharing the podcast. And like I said, in the past couple of episodes, we will be back in October for season 2 of Recline Unwind, season 3 of the overall podcast on Spotify/iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whatever it's called. Um, October the fall is also going to be about the same. We're doing all of October and scattered November, um, Thanksgiving specials, something in between, then we take a break for December holidays. Maybe we'll do a couple here and there. Winter, we're right back to what it was. Same thing. That's going to be the planned schedule for the time being. If it doesn't work out that way, it's on me. But that's what we're looking at right now, guys. So honestly, I just want to recap a couple of my favorite parts of the podcast. So, in the first episode, who did I have? I believe it was Jonathan Zarati. Let me just double check. I'm telling you, this is what we do here. We're never unsure. We go in having fun. The first one, Jonathan Zarati. I enjoyed talking to him about his profession. Honestly, I've known him for most of my life, basically all of my life, honestly. And it was a blast because there's things that I didn't even know about him, about the non-epileptic seizures, um, about the his goals and fitness, and how it's not as sunshine. It's not all sunshine and rainbows like people make it out to be. So it dug deep into that. Wabi Fresco, part of episode 3. We spoke a lot. We go back maybe about, what are we at, 8 years, I want to say. We go back about 8 years, 7 years in this, because we did music together for a while. He took a break and I kept going. Now I'm taking a small break and he just came back, so it's really cool. And as musicians, we think it's all, it has to be work and work and work. It was so cool that he was, so we related in so many things in music and all that, so it was really cool. So I had a blast. Episode 4 with David, there's so much that we have yet to talk about with him, but it was really cool having him because I've known him all my life, and there's things that we really don't talk about as much, and we ended up talking about it here on the podcast, so it's always a blast. Then I did my solo episodes, and the episode with Brian Matute, those really brought me right back. Like I've known him again all my life, most of my life, all my life. I've known him and Jonathan for the same amount of time. So with Brian, it was just fun because we came in. He's been on the podcast before, but we were kind of like, all right, what do we talk about? And we just brainstormed, threw it out there, let it become natural. And I enjoyed both episodes, the one about aliens and it could get taken down, and the dreams. These are things that we ended up talking about in the podcast, and we're like, let's keep going. We talked after, and we said, I'm like, hey, let's get you back on. It's gonna be interesting. He said yes. Brian Manji was he was also down to be part of the podcast, so it was really cool. And it's just a nice feeling to have friends and family, back. Everyone's like family here. um so yeah, that's really just a fun recap of it. This is the last episode of the current season. We'll be right back in the fall, but taking a little break in September. New project might drop in September as well. There's a lot, that's gonna be coming out soon. So I got a lot on my plate, but it's gonna be fun. Again, this is a thank you episode for tuning in for these couple of last 2 months of Recline and Unwind. It's been a blast, and I can't wait to come back, guys. So honestly, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys I will see you guys in October. Peace.